I am so pumped about this Lucid. What a great grand touring vehicle it is. It's super comfortable. Normally, you know when you take a road trip and you get sore? I mean, both Kathy and I, we weren't sore. Huge legroom. The massaging seats are great. Why spend all this money on this car if you can't have a reliable charging network? I don't know. I'm going to stay optimistic.
I didn't feel it. Your voice floated down.
I know. I'm a little bummed out. All right, so let's plug in. This particular 350 is not saying that it's got any limitations. The handle looks a little beat up, but it looks all right. Let's see. There we go. Yeah. All right. Oh boy, there's one. What's jumping around? Interesting. Come on, baby, ramp up. Super slow. Charging power limited by station. Okay, you know what that means. We're moving. Bailey's mad. Even Bailey. I mean, girl, what do you have to say about this? Huh? Welcome to another episode of Out of Spec Dave, where today I start the video in Florida. You can see behind me, we've actually made it here. But I started this road trip a few days ago from Darien, Connecticut, all the way down here to Marco Island, Florida. And I thought what I would do is tell you a little bit about this journey that we're about to embark on. We're going to be driving our brand new to us, Lucid. This is a 2022 Grand Touring model. It had, when I bought it, only 890 miles on it. And the idea was to road trip this car down and see how many charging stops that it would actually take, because the range is insane on this car. The comfort is insane. But what's interesting is I have the 21-inch wheels on this car, not the 19s. And we're also having to deal with the EA network coming down here, the CCS network. And how is that going to be in terms of our charging? So let's start the road trip up in Connecticut a few days ago, and let's go for a long journey, 1,350 miles all the way down to Marco Island, Florida, where you can see I made it here. The question is, was it easy? Was it fast? And was it safe and comfortable and fun? And so you're going to have to watch this long video in order to find all that out. So once again, thanks for watching another episode of Out of Spec Dave. "65 miles out from Stafford, Virginia, Electrify America, and I just started the battery preconditioning. So when we get there, the battery should be all toasty warm. We were 253 miles into the trip. We've burned 89 kilowatt hours, and Bailey is just coming to life. She's been asleep for 3 hours, and I think she wants something, probably to go out. Well, we're going to be at our destination in 65 miles, Bailey. So just chill out, girl. We'll be there soon." right, so as we're on the bridge crossing over the Potomac, we can see Washington, D.C. all the way up there to the right, and we're almost in Virginia. Pretty good range. I would say we've gone a total of 283 miles. We've burned 99 kilowatt hours for a 2.9 miles per kilowatt hour. Now, as we cross over the border into Virginia, see that?
Get ready.
All right, get ready. Every
2, 3,
go.
Virginia,
there we are. All right, so, very, very comfortable ride so far. I've been moving pretty good. Average speed has been around 75 miles an hour. I'll have to do the final calculation, but extremely smooth car, and yeah, I'm not super impressed with the efficiency of the car, but that's because I'm moving pretty good at big range. I'm sorry, I'm moving very fast, and it's a heavy car, and it's got some relatively big tires on it and wheels. So yeah, next stop should be Stafford. Let's just see, we'll do a quick check. We'll go over to, well, I can't go over to Apple CarPlay because I'm filming right now on my iPhone, which is a little bit of a downside, but I don't know there's much I could do about that. But we're only about 40 miles or 35 miles, I think, away from Stafford, Virginia. It's supposed to be, I think there's 18 different stations there, which is pretty good. And hopefully we'll get a good charging session. We've been preconditioning for a while. Let me make sure that I'm still preconditioning here. Yep, battery preconditioning. And the car is telling me that I've got 44 miles of range. Let's see what percentage we're at. 1 second. Let me throw this into highway assist as we're coming into some traffic. I love highway assist all the time, especially though in traffic. It's great. So we're at 12% state of charge, and it's saying 44 miles of range. I guess that's about right. Yeah, so anyway, next stop, Stafford, Virginia. Here we go. Well, the car just said charge now, power reduced due to low battery. I'm at 3%. I actually didn't feel any reduction in power. And guess where I am? Here we are at an EA. So I say we plug in. We've got the battery preconditioned, and let's see what happens here. Oh, don't tell me. The maximum power of this unit has been reduced. Are you kidding me? Come on, EA. Is this one the same? I don't know. I'm going to have to see. Hopefully not, but most likely yes. If that's the case, if they're reduced to 50, then what I'll do is I will actually go over to one of the 150s over there. But yeah, all right. Let's see what happens. All right, so let's plug in. This particular 350 is not saying that it's got any limitations. The handle looks a little beat up, but it looks all right. Let's see if I can one-hand this thing. All right, come on. All right, plug and charge has been working great for me. ever since I got the car. And look at this, here we go, connecting the vehicle. Again, we are at a 3% state of charge, and we have been preconditioning for the last hour plus. Payment is authorized. There you go. And initiating charging. Let's see what happens. Welcome, driver. Lucid Air charging plan. There we go. Let's go inside and see what happens. See what kind of speeds we pull. Plug and charge works great, Kathy.
Preparing to charge.
Yep, preparing to charge. All right, and let's see.
Charging.
There we go.
It says it down here too.
Yeah. All right. Oh boy, there's one. Oh, it's jumping around. Interesting. Come on, baby, ramp up. Yeah. Not great. Look at that, jumping around. 68, super slow. Charging power limited by station. Okay, you know what that means? We're moving. And we're gonna go to a 150 because at least we can pull higher charging speeds there. You know, Electrify America, I gotta say, Bailey's mad. Even Bailey, I mean, girl, what do you have to say about this? Huh? Yeah, I don't disagree. All right, let's get her out, and I'm gonna move the car first. All right, so I've moved from that unit over there on the end. Both those 350s are nerfed, and we're gonna plug into this 150 right over here, and hopefully get some juice going. I mean, with the exception of one charging station of 350s, I have every single 350 I've plugged in and with this car has been limited, and it's just crazy to me. So let's see, connecting the vehicle. Again, we'll test out the plug and charge. So the handshake is fast. That's real fast between the Lucid and the EA. Initiating charging. There we go. Payment authorized, all that. And welcome, driver. There we go. There, it just clicked. Okay, so let's see what happens here. $50 kilowatts, 45 kilowatts.
What the heck?
I don't know. Oh, there it goes. Now it's ramping up. Okay, good. Yeah. See, now that's good. That's real good speeds for a 150. And so we're pulling 190 kilowatts on a 150. Why? Because this is a very high voltage car. It's similar to the GV60, the EGMP platform cars that will pull, I've seen 170 out of a Ioniq 5 or a GV60 on a 150, pulling 190. No, oh, look at this curve. It was pulling 192. Now it's popping back up, popping back down. This is like roller coaster, Electrify America. What is going on? I don't know. It's really weird. I mean, the unit gave it 190. It's all over the place here. Very strange. Very strange indeed. I'm not really sure if I should move stations here or if this is the car.
Back up again. Now down.
I know, it's up, it's down.
Wonky.
It's wonky. The other thing to consider when you're at Electrify America stations is the number of cars that are charging here. There are only 2 cars here. And, you know, I mean, like, there's not anything that is power limiting this overall station from a load balancing situation. So really kind of strange. I mean, this thing is all over the place. I don't think this is the car. I'm going to switch stations here one more time. I don't necessarily advocate this technique. This is almost like magic dock technique here, where I'm blocking one station and taking energy from another, but there's nobody here and I'm just kind of lazy. But yeah, plugged in, and it looks like it's going to start to charge. This unit over here, unit number, where do you even say? Oh, charger number 5. It was going up and down and up and down. Hopefully this 06 ultra fast. Wow. I mean, who decided to call ultra fast is not as fast as hyper fast? Like, that's weird. All right, let's get in there and see what we're going to pull now with this charger. All right, is this a more consistent? This is a more well, I don't want to speak too fast. What the heck? Yeah, it's doing the same thing. Electrify America, this can't be my car. I've not seen this behavior ever before. This is just wacky. I don't understand this. Jumping all over the place. Are you kidding me? Come on. We are here in Stafford, Virginia. We've just driven about 310 or so miles directly from Connecticut, and we've arrived here at the Walmart. Nobody's here at EA, only one other car, but these two 350s over here are nerfed at 50 kilowatts. And so I plugged into this 150 over here, unit number 5, and it jumped up to 192, high voltage battery pack in the Lucid. And then it started jumping all over the place, 90, 120, 150, 90, 60. And so what I did was I pulled a magic dock over here and kept my car here, and I'm blocking that station, and I'm over here just because nobody's here and I'm a little tired. But the same thing is happening with this station. You can see that on, it's just pulling over here. Watch this, 120, 60, 73, 86, 97. And I can tell you, that's not my car. This is EA. So I don't know what to do. It's about 70 degrees out here. So far, the trip's been great, but not a good charging session here at EA at all. I would give this a 2 out of 10. I mean, this is horrible. I'm getting juice, but it's super inconsistent. And the 350s, everywhere I'm going, except, where was I? Stratford, Connecticut, I was able to get 251 kilowatts out of a 350 there. All of them are 350s. So I don't know what's going on here, Electrify America, but not a great charging experience on my first trip. We at least are getting juice. Heading down to Florida. Yeah, so this first charging stop has not been good. These are Signet. Let's see. You can check out what units they are. They're from 2020. And I don't know. Not great. So again, the two 350s down there, not good. These are jumping all over the place over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to Richmond, which is about 55 miles down the road, something like that. And we're going to see if we can get a 350 working there. That was pretty disappointing at EA. What do you think?
Very disappointing.
I mean,
how do you have two 350s there and they don't charge even close to anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, the disappointing part of this is that, you know, you got this amazingly capable car that is, what it needs is a good network. And the whole point of buying this car is to have a strong road tripper. and with a lot of miles. And, the fact is that if you're better off going low in the pack, charging up to 50% in a Tesla Model 3 LFP and hopping chargers on reliable chargers, even though you're only going to pull max 170, you don't even need 250. I mean, I'm still optimistic.
You're always optimistic.
Well, I just, you know what it is? I've been seeing a lot of the data coming in at Rate Your Charge. And it seems to me that the 350s are getting nerfed. And a lot of them just say, oh, they're under maintenance. What kind of maintenance are you under? It's just like, I don't understand it. So if I am only going to rely on a 150 here, and the 150 that we just I plugged into two of them, and they're bouncing all over the place.
It's like ping pong.
Ping pong. I mean, I'd much rather have a Tesla network that is reliable. Now, the good news is for the CCS cars is that hopefully the V4s are going to be out in a year or two. The V4 charging stations, 1,000 amps, and then will you be able to put a percentage of them will be Magic Docks? But the only thing I can see is Tesla coming to the rescue to all these cars. But think about all these cars that are coming out on the market right now. I mean, it's one thing if you buy the car and you charge it at home and you drive 200 miles a day or less and you don't ever have to road trip. That's fine. You know what? You can get any car. It doesn't matter. You don't have to worry about high-speed DC fast charging. But if you are going to plan on spending a lot of time on the road, it's just it's unfortunate that the CCS network doesn't seem to be getting any more reliable.
It is not getting any more reliable. It's not that it doesn't seem to be. It is not getting any more reliable.
All right, so look, we gave up on Stafford.
Yep.
Right?
So plan B.
I didn't even plug into the 350 there. Did I? Oh, I did.
I think you did.
I did.
And then it was lame.
And it was lame, right. And then I went to 150, and then I went to the other 150. So I guess, well, what we're doing is we're shooting down to Richmond now. And in Richmond, there is a similar setup. Hopefully, they're newer units. I don't know.
Are you saying it's the older units?
Well, those were Signet units from 2020. Those are not new units. All they did was put new stickers on them.
So that's interesting information. So perhaps the newer ones will charge to what they say they're going to.
Yeah, but I mean, whether it's a new one or an old one, the old ones, if they say 350 on them, they should charge, up to 350. And the 150 shouldn't be jumping around like they are. So the best thing to do, my advice, is when you're road tripping in a situation like that, leave, go to the next station and see what's going on there. Now, I've been looking at PlugShare and trying to see what some of the people are saying about their charging sessions recently at some of these other stations. And it doesn't look good so far from what I'm seeing. But until I check it out myself, we may end up charger hopping all the way down to Florida.
That's not what I signed up for.
No, listen, I'll tell you what, I never intended on charging this car to 100% and say getting, at the high speeds you can go on these roads,
I know,
especially.
But when we talked about it, you said, if you come with me, I think we only have to charge 4 times.
Right.
And
I do believe.
I would do that.
And I believe that we could charge, if you leave with a full battery, I think we could, with proper charge, with proper reliable charging, even without reliable charging, I could charge 4 times easily, maybe 3. I think 3. But I would just have to sit there on the hook for an hour and a half, right? Because the stupid chargers don't work very fast. So let me make sure we're going. All right, 1.5 miles.
After 1.5 miles, keep left to take the exit.
Really? All right, well, I guess we got to make a move here. But look, that was only charging station number 1. And Bailey was
6 hours
barking. She was mad at EA. What?
Are we 6 hours into the trip? We left at 3 o'clock this morning.
What time is it? 9:05. Yeah, we're exactly 6 hours. All right. Well, with that knowledge,
After 3/4 of a mile,
We'll get there
keep
at
left
some
to take
point.
exit 84A towards Interstate 295.
all right. Let's just see trip information. Yeah, we've gone 376 miles in 6 hours. Now, keep in mind that included charging time as well. We were there for about a half hour. So, I mean, this is, to me, this is not a race. It's just about trying to limit the amount of charging time that we do. Oh, one more thing. We have been preconditioning ever since we left Stafford. So no excuses that I'm on a cold battery pack. By the way, I also said it was 70 degrees back there.
It wasn't 7.
It was 60.
Yeah.
61. I was off by 10 degrees.
That's a lot.
But you know, when there's a lot of inaccuracies and things not working like EA, it kind of bleeds into your
All
whole
right, start
psyche.
paying attention to directions. You have half a mile to make a move
Make a move.
to the right.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be an out-of-spec road trip without a wrong turn.
Not this early on into the trip.
No?
Dave.
Oh, yeah?
After half a mile,
All right,
keep right
let's-
to take the exit.
Let's go. Now it's starting to rain.
The day just gets better and better.
Oh, yeah. All right. Let's go. Richmond, Virginia. Here we come. Welcome to Richmond, Virginia. Both these 350s are hosed, nerfed, whatever you want to call it. They're only putting out 50 kilowatts right now. So I've plugged into a 150 and I'm getting a little bit better experience over here at a 13% state of charge, I believe I'm at. Brought it down from 28 to 13%. I'm pulling 145, more consistent than what I was getting over in Stafford. But still, you know, these are the old Signet units. And we've got an Ioniq 5 over here. Charging, I didn't really look to see what he was doing. This BMW i4, he was at a 65% state of charging, pulling 30 kilowatts, but his experience wasn't good. And so he's actually going to pull over to a 150 over there. I don't know what, he's from North Carolina, so it sounds like he's got a little bit of a trip to go. But yeah, so let's just see what we're pulling here. Now at 15%, it's down to 90 kilowatts, and it's jumping all over the place. Same process, same situation here with these 150s. So this is, again, this is not my car. I have charged back up at home in Connecticut multiple times. The car is not pulling, it's not asking to pull 60 and then 90 and then 118. So, you know, horrible number 2 charging station on this trip from Connecticut to Florida. I am not happy. All right, so you know what blows my mind is how people who have cars that are capable of charging at 350s, they don't really look at what they're getting. These things are nerfed at 50, and I don't understand why they wouldn't go over to a 150. Look at this here. Here's an EV6, That's at 33% state of charge, pulling 84 kilowatts. If he were to move over to a 150, he'd be pulling 170, most likely. And then an Ioniq 5, just like the one I had, he's at a 46% state of charge. Oh, he's pulling 106. So maybe this one's not as bad, but still not great. That car should be pulling a lot more than that. Here I am pulling at 59% state of charge, 110 kilowatts. So it seems to have calmed down. I went into the Walmart to get some delicious breakfast, and unfortunately, the charging situation, you know, just doesn't continue to get better. So I think I'll walk Bailey and we'll unplug and leave and hopefully find some better charging stations down the road. So Kathy, we just finished charging at Richmond, and it was a very strange phenomenon. Again, 350s, both of them were nerfed, although I did see one of the 350s that was charging, I believe it was the Ioniq 5, at about 110 kilowatts at a decent state of charge. But both of them said that they were software limited for maintenance or upgrading, right? Which is something we consistently are seeing. So then what happened?
We went into the Walmart.
Well, but before
breakfast.
But before that, what happened?
What happened before?
Don't you remember? It was ping-ponging all over the place, right? So
I'm blocking all the negativity out of it.
No, I mean, it's exciting. It's exciting.
It's not exciting.
It jumped up.
What's exciting is when you go to a station, you can charge at the highest state of charge and you can leave quickly. That's exciting.
You like consistency.
I like to charge.
We are experiencing consistency today.
We are? Oh, yeah, consistently bad.
Yes.
Yes, we are.
So
this is now our third charging station, right?
Is it? No, second. We stopped off.
Oh, yeah, we stopped at the one, then we popped over here.
Yeah, we just came 60 miles further south.
Okay.
But the thing is that we jumped up to 145 quickly, and then it was going 60, 90, 70, 80, 110. And then, actually, after we came out of the Walmart, is it the Walmart?
It's always the Walmart.
The Walmart.
The Walmart.
After we came out of the Walmart, it was pulling 124 consistently, and then it linearly went down. So listen, the reason why I know it's not the car is because I just did a 0 to 100 charge in Stratford, Connecticut on an EA. They're all 350s there. And the most I pulled was 250, but it was a super linear curve. And it came down, you know, I wish it went higher. We're going to test that in Florida this week. Kyle asked me to do another 0 to 100.
You have fun with that.
You're going to come with me? No? All right. Well, in any event, so this is kind of odd behavior. Now, I can't quite make it to Pooler, Georgia. Our next stop is going to be Florence, South Carolina. This is the place where I missed the turn, and I went to the ice machine.
Let's not revisit that.
No, I'm going to show you. You want me to show you where the ice machine is?
No, you showed me.
We should go back there.
You showed me.
I didn't show you.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Well, then I've watched your video.
You watched my video, but I can actually
like I've lived it.
I can take you there.
I'm good.
All right, so
next stop, Starbucks.
Starbucks.
I have a gift card.
Okay, Starbucks. So here we are in Lumberton. One of the 350s is being occupied by a beautiful BMW iX. The other one is down. So I'm going to plug into this 150 right here. And at least I think I am. Oh, man. What the heck? I mean, seriously? Let's see if we can do this. Look at this technique here. I got with my leg, one-handed. And plug in. Unbelievable. The infrastructure is falling apart, folks. We're connecting to the vehicle, processing payment, and it looks like we're connecting, initiating the charge. So let's go in and see. Let's go in and see what we're going to pull here. All right. Now I have been preconditioning for the last 85 miles. Actually, that's not true. The last 50 miles. And let's see what behavior we get here. This is a 150. We're popping up to 118. Now this IX is at an 83% state of charge. So if they pull, then well, if they leave, then I'm gonna flip over there and plug in there. But let's see if this ramps up and see if we get this funky situation with the going up and down, up and down. So far it hasn't done that, which is good. Well, let's check in a little bit. So this is that Signet station from 2020, similar to the others that I've been charging on. And I'm not experiencing this kind of slingshot, ricochet, whatever you want to call it, up and down charging session. We are pulling 122 at a 24% state of charge. Bailey, you haven't made it into the video yet, girl.
Say hi.
What's going on? Hey. She smells the mulch. Oh. There she goes.
Nice.
You get him. You get him. Here we are once again at the Walmart. Kathy, how are you doing?
Just peachy.
Yeah?
Yes.
You liking the car?
Loving the car.
All right. Good stuff. Yeah, it's looking good. Well, all right, so I took 18 kilowatt hours here in 9 minutes, was pulling 122. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip over to this one right here, this 350, because this beautiful IX is leaving. So look at that. Oh, an El Camino. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah. The El Camino can't take my charging spot. All right, so here we've got a 350. The IX said it was charging right. This one's got a cover on it. Look at that. Fancy. Notice this technique I use. I do the leg over. You see the leg over? Then I can one-hand it. This is part of my tango. And
Need help?
I need a lot of help. No, I got it. There we go. Connecting. Didn't feel like it connected all that well, but connecting. Hello? Hello? Bailey, what do you think? Are we gonna get some juice?
Wait, she has to fix her ear. She doesn't look pretty.
She doesn't look pretty with.
Fix her little ear. There she is.
All right. I don't think it's connecting. I didn't hear it click.
I didn't hear. I think it's the way you're trying to plug it in.
Yeah. Let me unplug. Try it. All right. There we go. I didn't have it all the way in.
Amateur. You're an amateur.
What?
Amateur.
Amateur? What are you talking about? I actually am an amateur. You're right. Listen, I've got a 350 and I'm not afraid to use it. Here we go. Initializing, charging. You can't really see it. All you can see is, look at this. Lucid. That's beautiful. All right, here we go. Connectors have gone. Let's jump in and see what we got. All right. All right. Now. All right, there we go.
Stay here, baby.
We're at a 31% state of charge, 161 kilowatts. I mean, that's better than I was getting 123. But yeah, we'll watch this. We'll see. I think we stay on the hook here for a while.
I think so too.
All right, so here I am, third charging stop of the day. We are in Lumberton, North Carolina, and I believe it's North Carolina. Yeah, North Carolina. there are 4 stations here. There is a 150 over here that's running. This new EUV is charging on that. This one over here, this 350 is down. Can you say down? Look at this thing. Charger unavailable. When I got here, there was an IX. It was charging on this 350 here. They got up to about 85%. They were from DC, and they took off, and I plugged in. But when I originally plugged in, I plugged into the 150 over there, and I plugged in at a 13% state of charge, and I was pulling 123. And now and I moved over to this station over here, and I've been pulling 164 pretty consistently since I plugged in. So, you know, not great, but I did not see the spike up, spike down. These are the older Signet units, and yeah, so still not great. I mean, we got 3 out of 4 that are up and running, and look at the handle on this one over here. I mean, Electrify America, you know, you got to maintain your units. I mean, look at this here. It's the cover's just off. I mean, I know these things can happen, but you got to get out here and maintain your units. So anyway, that's what we got going on here. I'm getting juice. I'm going to continue to take as much as I can here at the 164 kilowatts until it tapers, and then we'll continue on the trip. Not ideal, but we're getting juice and we're getting to Florida. All right, so just to summarize Lumberton, that was a interesting stop. Super windy out right now, which is affecting the efficiency of the car. I can tell you that, yeah, we're down to, since the last charge, we're overall trip A, we're 657 miles into the trip, which is about halfway. And we've been traveling now for a little over 12 hours, 12 and a half hours or so, almost closer to 13. But we had some Chick-fil-A, right? And actually we got, what is wrong with us? We got the grilled chicken wrap. So you're supposed to get the fried.
Oh, wait a minute. We also got the French fries.
Oh yeah, don't show those to Bailey. She just had a big one, big French fry, waffle fry.
They're good.
They are good. But look, the efficiency is not great, continues to not be great. 3.0 miles per kilowatt hour is the average on the whole trip. So 658 miles into the trip, we've burned 219 kilowatt hours so far. We charged up to 85%, but we did it in a strange way at Lumberton. When we got to Lumberton, there were 4 chargers there. One was down. It was one of the 350s, so we plugged into the 150, missing a handle, and we only pulled about 123. Then the IX moved, right? So then we jumped in there, and then we pulled 164.
And that was on the 350.
And that was on the 350. So, again, not great charging at all.
No, but we were happy to at least get on the 350.
Yeah.
That was working.
And we didn't have that experience where it was bouncing around again. And it was one of those Signet units. They seem to be everywhere on this road. They definitely need to upgrade the infrastructure here. Because I'll tell you what, on Tesla, they're all V3s up and down here now, pretty much, which is good. So
this is why we love the Tesla network.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we're gonna hope for some V4s with the Magic Dock and the longer cord, so I can do all that good stuff. Anyway, so we are now headed to Pooler, Georgia, which is 198 miles away. We've got 353 miles of range, that estimated range. It won't be that much because this car, it's the wind, it's the tires, it's the speeds, it's everything. So, but we're having to jump from station to station, and it's not great. The charging, the car is awesome. I love the car. It's super comfortable. And we'll just continue on with the trip.
and we will check in a little bit in cooler Georgia.
Well,
Well, we made it to South Carolina, and what are you thinking, Kathy?
I think we made it to South Carolina.
We made it to South Carolina. All right, let's, I gotta change batteries out on a couple things over here, and
Don't hit people.
I'm not. Go ahead. Go ahead, sir. There you go. All right.
Recalculating.
Oh boy.
No comment.
South Carolina. Discover South Carolina. All right. Let's go down this way. And we will. I'm here to discover something.
No, you're not. You're here to change
I'm
batteries.
here to change batteries. All right, so here we are stopped on 95. I figure we'll do a little test, okay? Bailey, would you like to help us do a test? Huh?
Rough.
All right, good answer. All right, so what we're gonna do is keep hands on the wheel, first of all. Okay, fine. Now, what we're gonna do, oh, now we're gonna start picking up. Beautiful. We should have done this test a half hour ago.
Let's see how long it lasts for.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, this is the fastest we've gone in a while.
Wow, we're up over 25.
Woohoo! Okay.
All right.
Looks like we're on a roll.
Well, when we come to a stop again, which I believe we will, according to Waze over here. I mean, look at this. It's not looking good. But according to Waze, we will be stopping soon again. I'll come back and we'll do the test. We'll revisit. Okay? Does that sound good?
Sure.
Bailey, what do you think, girl?
Rough.
Huh? What does Bailey think? Oh, you're so cute.
Pretty good.
Road trip queen.
She does travel well.
Road trip queen. What is this Schneider truck on the side of the road? Is he the culprit? I don't know.
I don't think so.
I think he might have been.
It's weird, right? Now we're flying.
Well, this is what happens in
I'll
the
take it. I just want to.
road life. All right, so here we are back, about ready to stop. What I want you to feel, Kathy, is I'm going to put this in highway assist and feel the car come to a stop. Boom. Did you feel that?
Yes.
Now, when it starts up again,
Oh, that wasn't jerky that time.
that wasn't jerky.
It's the only time.
But
it's not
let's feel
jerky.
this again. You ready? We're going to come to a stop. Boom. That's not smooth.
No, but let's see the start.
Okay. Now, the thing is, after a certain amount of time, when this Forerunner pulls away, what's going to happen is the car is not going to start. I'm going to have to give it a little bit of juice here. So, see, he's pulling away, so I give it a little. That was smooth.
That was.
Does this car know it's on camera?
It must. It's performing right now.
Oh, my goodness. Well, it typically jerks. And I don't know. Maybe I should just keep the camera on all the time. Goodbye, South Carolina. You know, the problem with South Carolina, Bailey, is that it's only a 2-lane highway. as you can see right here. And they say, thank you for visiting South Carolina. As far as I'm concerned,
Bye-bye, South
I wish I didn't
Carolina.
have to visit South Carolina. Why don't you make 95 3 lanes, right?
Yes,
I mean,
please.
how hard would that be? Just get out some shovels.
Just do.
Just do it, right? Because as soon as you go over the bridge here, and look at these makeshift palm trees. You see this? Do you think those are native?
I love palm trees.
I love palm trees
I don't know
too.
where they are.
But as soon as you go over this bridge, watch what happens. Because it opens up. Georgia, are you going to clap?
Hallelujah. 1, 2, 3, Georgia.
All right. Well, there you go. Sorry for that zoom there, but, you know, I had to catch it. There you go.
Here we
Now,
go.
see?
Wide
3
enough.
lanes.
Just the way it should always have been.
I mean, what the heck?
I see a car over here, isn't it?
No, it's a Nissan. No, it's a Mazda MX something. All right, well, we're in Georgia now. We're 3 lanes. It's time to boogie, and we got to go to Pooler and charge. All right, so here we are in Pooler, Georgia. We've got a Mustang Mach-E on the 350 at 97%. We've got an Ioniq 5 on the other 350 at 86%. Nobody's around, so I just plugged into the 150 here, and I'll take the juice while I can, and then I'll swap it over and jump onto a 350 when I can. So terrible driving here in South Carolina, really horrible. 2-lane. Now that we're in Georgia, it's opened up, so it's a lot better. But bottom line is, trip's going well, charging not so well. Hopefully I can jump onto one of these 350s and maybe get a good session. We'll see. Maybe the owner will come back. I don't know. All right, so I'm pulling 173 here on this 150. It looks like we're getting some decent speeds here, which is great for a change. This is a solid session here. This is good. Very pleased with this. 174 is pegged at 25%. I will take that off of 150 any day of the week. That's great. Looks like it might be starting to, no, it's still pegged at 174. All right, I'll take that. So these ABB units are, I think they're doing pretty well. I mean, look at this Ioniq 5 over here. He's on a 350, and he is 87%, pulling 79 kilowatts at 87%, which is good. And this Mustang over here from Canada, let's see, 98%, pulling 8 kilowatts. Well, hopefully they'll come back soon.
They've been here for a long time.
Yeah, I know that, and they're at 98%. They're only pulling 8 kilowatts. So, how are you guys doing over here? 97%, 24 kilowatts. That's pretty good. At 97 kilowatts. How do you like your car? Yeah? Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. All right, so here I am in Pooler, Georgia. Thank goodness we've got some ABB units here. I pulled in, or it was at a 23% state of charge to a 150, and I went right up to 174 kilowatts, which was great. And then this 350 opened up over here, an Ioniq 5 left, and I jumped in there, and then was only pulling 124. So I should have stayed on the 150, but what are you gonna do? It's all right. So we're getting some juice. We're up to around 76%, pulling around 85 kilowatts right now. And just went into Walmart, and yeah, Belly had some food, she had some water, and we're gonna continue on the trip here. Okay, so we finished charging in Pooler, Georgia. A lot of fun. Met a super nice family from Buffalo, New York. The guy knew me. It was great. His kids wanted to take a picture with me. It was awesome. And he was in an Ioniq 5, just like the one I had. It was a limited in that matte finish. I've seen 2 of those today. Great car. So, and then we ran into a guy with a Lucid, just like mine. He is a year old Lucid. He was from Connecticut. So we had 2 quantum gray Lucid Air Grand Tourings charging at Pooler. There was a Rivian R1T there and a couple of Mustang Mach-E's
family from Canada, Quebec was there. So anyway, it was a strange charging session there. I got more on the 150 than I did on the 350. So that was a little bit odd. But now we are driving. It is, let's see, 9:36 p.m. We'll just do a quick check-in. We will see that we have driven so far today 904 miles, and it's 9:36 p.m. So we've been on the road, I don't even know, a lot of hours. And we have burned 298 kilowatt hours, and we continue to stay in that 3.0 miles per kilowatt hour, which is roughly at 112 kilowatt hour battery pack. That's range of about 336 miles. So even though this car is EPA rated for 516 with the 19-inch wheels, this has the 21-inch wheels. It's been very windy out. We've had high speeds. So we are getting, with this Lucid Air with the 21s, we're getting around 336 miles of range, and which has been good for us. So what we're going to do is we're going to drive just west of Jacksonville, another 105 miles. We'll arrive. We're going to stay at a hotel in just west of Jacksonville, and we'll get there around 11:15 p.m. We'll call it an evening, a successful night, a successful day, I should say, of driving. Met a lot of super nice people on the road. Really have gotten to know this car extremely well. Bailey's been a little saint, and Kathy's my traveling companion. She's somehow not mad at me. I don't know. How is that?
Mad at you.
You're not. I know. That's what I'm saying. How's that possible? That's great. So, yeah, we've got another 105 miles. So we will have driven today 1,010 miles.
I think that's enough for today.
In one day. That's not bad. I feel like we could have done more. The traffic in South Carolina was crazy. So I guess we will say goodbye to this section of the road trip to Marco Island. And we'll start it. We'll pick it up again tomorrow. And yeah, I'm loving this Lucid. Not loving the charging, but I'm loving this car. It is super comfortable. Wait, do you have your massaging seat on? I don't have my massaging seat on.
I'll take you.
All right, you take care of it. You know how. Kathy knows exactly how to
I
turn
know
the
all
massaging
buttons I
seats
need to
on.
know.
Don't put on the electric chair one.
I'm
I'm not even
gonna
close to
give
being tired.
you-
I just
I'm gonna give.
yeah. I mean, like, I don't know.
Did yours start?
Yes, I got the deep.
Deep.
All right, I like deep.
Deep is good.
There we go.
All right.
All right, so we'll see you guys in the morning, and I got to charge a lot of batteries. We wasted a lot of GoPro batteries today. So anyway, catch you in the morning.